25th of April, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora. Rabbi Levitt, you're muted.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to start from Amalei Amahu Reb Chia Bar Abba. This is first word in the line. Amalahu Reb Chia Bar Abba. It's about 13 lines down.
It's on 107B1, last line on the page.
Okay, Lou, would you like to read for us?
Amar Lahu Rabbi Chia Bar Abba. Rabbi Chia Bar Abba said to them, Amar Rabbi Yochanan. This is what was said by Rabbi Yochanan. Be'o medes al gusa shanu. They taught where it is standing by its trough. So we're talking about an animal that was deposited with a custodian And I guess what the custodian has claimed that it was stolen or lost, I guess, and the witnesses testified that it's in your backyard, standing next to the water trough, but it was not misappropriated. There's no evidence that it was misappropriated, that it was misused. Weiter?
Yeah, let's go weiter.
Amar le Rebbe Zera le Rebbe Chia bar Abba. Rebbe Zera said to Rebbe Chia bar Abba, so he's responding now. Dafka ba'omedes avusa ka'amar.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, the sound quality is not really very good. It's even they can't hear you.
Yeah, I cannot hear Alan at all.
No, it's not. Yeah, Lou says he can't hear at all. Really, it's you got to get got to work out something with the microphone, I think.
Yeah, I can see him talking, but I can't hear him.
Yeah. So you're welcome to stay on. If you can hear me, if you can hear us. Okay, very good. So we're going to continue here from Amar le Reb Zera le Reb Chia bar Abba. Okay, Lou's going to be reading now.
Okay, Reb Zera said to Reb Chia bar Abba, does Reb Yochanan specifically say when the deposited animal is standing by its trough, aval shalach ba yad kana, but if he misappropriated it, then he acquired it. Ushvua lo mechanya bay klum, and his oath didn't accomplish anything. Let's see. So the English says when he is discovered to have stolen it himself, he's not liable for the twofold payment. I guess because he acquired it. Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. He acquired it. Odoma afilu omedes al avusa ka'amar. Or perhaps Rabbi Yochanan means to say that the twofold payment applies even when the deposited animal is standing by its trough and was not misappropriated. But it certainly applies when he did misappropriate it.
Okay, so in other words, this whole business with the standing by the trough, Benes Alabusa, is simply a way of saying that the case is talking about that when the depositor gave over the animal to guard, and the animal is a Benes Alabusa, it's standing by the trough. It's just a way of saying that the the custodian did not violate the terms of his responsibility to he didn't work with the animal. He didn't send out his hand against the animal in violation of his obligations, I guess. So if so then what's Reb Zera saying over here to Reb Chia bar Abba? That when Reb Yochanan said his din, Reb Yochanan said his din. What was the din that Reb Yochanan said? Oh, Toin Tanis Ganav B'Pikadon. He's not going to be chayav until he's kofar b'mixas and he's moda b'mixas. But then Ryan Bar Chama said, he also said that, but then Chia Bar Yosef said no, he has to violate the pasuk that says about shlichus yad. Wow, there's a lot of names over here.
I have something different, Rabbi. I'm looking on 106b near the bottom, and I have it says that according to Rabbi Chia bar Abba, Rabbi Yochanan says that if he's a Toin Tanas Ganav, he doesn't pay kefil unless he is moda b'mixas.
Oh, this is.
I don't see another statement by Rabbi Yochanan.
Oh, that's what Rav Chia bar Abba said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan.
Right.
That he needs to be kofar b'mixas and moda b'mixas in order to be chayav kefil.
Right.
For being a Ton Tanis Ganav. That was the first statement that we had.
Right.
And then the Gemora said, but that was according to Reb Chia bar Abba. But Reb Chia bar Yosef okay, so he said it was okay. Then there was
according to my English, Rav Chia bar Yosef is disagreeing with Rav Yochanan.
Yeah, that's a different machlokes over here. We're not talking about that. Whether the obligation of whether the chiyuv to swear because he's moda mixes, does it apply in a case of a shomer or does it apply in the case of a borrower?
Right.
Now
that's irrelevant.
Now we're talking about it. Now we're talking about something else. Now we're talking about well, I don't know, maybe it's not something else. But now we're talking about this din of Rav Chia bar Yosef. That says that he's not going to be chayav kefil unless he's sholech boyad. And on that, Rav Chia bar Abba said that no, Reb Yochanan said his din in a case of the behemoth that was deposited to the custodian is omedes al abusa. Even in such a case, which we said is a case where the custodian was not sholech bo yad, no shlichus yad. The animal is standing by his case of just eating. So he didn't. He means to say that there was no shlichus yad. The custodian didn't make any use of the animal, and still there's going to be a chiyuv kefil for being a ton tanas ganav. So that's the machlokes that we're talking about right now. And
Okay, so Rav Chia Bar
no, that, okay.
says shlichus yad.
He says, Rav Chia, okay, yeah, he says he's not going to be chayav kefil unless there is shlichus yad.
And now we're
And Rav Chia Bar
correct.
now, okay, so now Reb Zera comments to Reb Chia Bar Abba, the one that just spoke,
Right.
who said that no, it's chayav. He's the shomer is chayav kefil even without any shlichus yad. So, in other words, we have a machlokes over here. What we're talking about here is, do you need shlichus yad in order to be chayav kefil for the din of ton tanas gana? And on that, we have one opinion. Yes, you need shlichus yad. And then you have another opinion that says, no, you don't need that. And now Reb Zera comes along and he says, Dafka bomedes al avusa ka'amar. The din of pain kefil is only in the case where there was not shlichus yad.
Wait, I'm confused.
Because if there would be shlichus yad, so then kona. Then the shomer would be kona the animal. He would make a kinyan gezela in the animal in the meaning to say that he would be like a goslin in the sense that he would be chayav now even for an onus. So the whole issue of ton tanas ganav becomes irrelevant. Ton tanas ganav, that presupposes that he can make a claim like that and exempt himself if in fact it's true what he's saying, that it was stolen from him. But according to Reb Zera, he says no. If there was shlichus yad, so if the custodian used the animal, so now he is now, so to speak, now become responsible through this kinyan gezela. Kinyan gezela doesn't mean that he owns the animal now. It means that he's going to be regarded like an owner of the animal in the sense that if something happens to the animal, even an onus, a lightning bolt comes down and reduces the animal to ashes, he's going to be liable to the depositor to replace the animal. That's what it means that he's been kona the animal, that he's going to be responsible now for an onus. Now, if that's so of course the whole din of making a claim that it was stolen from him will not be an exemption. And therefore we say that shvua lo mahanya be klum. The shvua that he would make would not help at all. To make a shvua, it would not exempt him at all. So there's no it's the whole possibility of paying kefil doesn't see the light of day according to that according to that view. But then the Gemara continues, O Dilma, or perhaps afilu omedes al ebusa kamar. Or perhaps maybe the case of kefil will be even if it's even if the animal is omedes alavusa. Now, let's take a look and see Rashi over here. We have a Rashi. The first Rashi will be Bomedes al Ebusa.
Okay, that's standing by the trough. Shalosh shalach bayad. That he's not putting his hand on it. It's just there at the trough. Shanu, it was taught the chayev kefil, that he would be chayev to pay kefil on it. Okay.
Right. So that would not be like Rabbi Chia Bar Yosef that said unless and until he's sholech boyad, he won't be chayev to pay kefil on a shvua.
Aval shalach bayad, but if he does put his hands on it, kodem shvua, before he makes a shvua, kana, he does acquire it. The Torah gezerah with the laws of theft. The shomer chinam and a shomer chinam einu naaseh ganev, and a shomer chinam is not made into a thief, ela only the tanas ganev, only with a claim of theft. The zeh kodem, and that's before sheta'an ta'anas ganev, before he makes a claim of being a claim of theft. Kana, that requires it. The kamale, and originally it is the reshuta in his domain. She'im meta. So, because if it does die, yishel meno, he would have to pay. The ashtacha, you would fine the chi kafir, that he'd be denying it to him. Ka, this would be a kafir. This would be a denial.
Okay. Bit difficult, Rashi, over here. Rashi's explaining in the case, he's explaining according to what Reb Zera is saying. Reb Zera is saying that the payment of kefil is possible dafka only in the event that the animal is standing by the trough and the shomer did not do anything, do any work with him or send his hand out to handle with it. Because if he would have the shomer, then there would have been a kinyan and the shvua would have been to no avail. So Rashi is explaining that. And this that he sent his hand out, Rashi says, has to take place kodem the shvua. And like that, he would be kona b'taras gezela. He acquires it according to laws in regard to the matter of gezela, which, as I said, really means that he's acquired it to become regarded as a gazlan of the item. Who a gazlan of the item has strict liability. Even an onus, he would be responsible for. He wouldn't be able to say, "Oh, it was not my responsibility. An onus happened to us. Nothing that I could do about it. A light bolt reduced it to ashes." No, since you have it in as a gazlan now, because we say that you were kona it, so it's like you're a gazlan over it, so you'd be chayav. And that's what Rashi says over here. V'zeh, regarding this person, comma, kodem sheton tainas ganev kona. Before he ever had the opportunity to claim that the animal was stolen from him, kona, he already became he already acquired it, Kinyone Gezela. And as a result of that he, so to speak, acquired it, what does that mean? Kamale Bereshuse. It now is stood in his legal domain with the ramification that if the animal would just die, that would be an onus. The animal just died at this point. He would have to pay for the animal. He wouldn't be able to say, "Look, it died. It's not my fault." The shtokak, so it comes out now. Biki kafar. It would come out that if he would make this claim of a that it was stolen, says Rashi, didei kafar. He's denying his own thing. So it's not the shavua that he would back up his claim with, his claim of kfira that he doesn't that he's not responsible because it was stolen from him. Doesn't have any doesn't do anything at all. Okay. Now the next Rashi, Odilma, or do we say that afilu omeres ale busa kamar? Maybe Rabbi Yochanan even in that case.
The Kolshake, even more so, Ki Sholach Bayad, even though he did place his hand on it, that he'd still be have to pay the kefil. The Bahaki in this, Kai were going on, Kai the Pasuk, Kada Omar, Rebbe Chia Baraba, Rebbe Yosef. What we call it says the Pasuk of Rebbe Chia Yosef.
So it seems to be that Reb Zera is not saying a definite statement. He's saying that there's two possibilities. They're discussing when it was that when Reb Yochanan said his din, that the Tontan is Ganav, in the case of a deposited item, will pay kefil. And so the first view is that he only said it dafka if the animal was not worked with by the shomer, because if it would be worked with by the shomer, so then there would be no way to make him chayiv kefil, because the shvur that he makes is to no avail. Doesn't have any force or effect to be mechayiv him to pay kefil. Or Dilma, or perhaps we say that's not what Reb Yochanan meant. He meant to say, even in the case where the guy the shomer, he did not send out his hand against the animal, even in that case, he's going to be chayiv kefil, and Rashi says kol shekain. All the more so would he be chayiv kefil in the case of shlichus yad, because of the reason that Reb Chia Bar Yosef said, because we see that the pasuk is talking about shlichus yad, and so we see that in order to be chayiv kefil, he would have to send out his hand against the item and do work with it. So that's the question, the insight that Rabbi Zera is saying in the statement that Reb Chia Bar Abba said. That Reb Chia Bar Abba said before that, he said, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Like this, Rabbi Yochanan said. He said that this case is Bo'omedis al Evusa Shanu. This case is to be learned that it's going where the animal was in the by the trough, and he wasn't worked. So Reb Zera is saying, did that? But it's still not clear that what Rabbi Yochanan meant. Did he mean to say even in that case, or did he mean to say dafka specifically and exclusively in that case? And nafkamina is the case of shlichus yad. Is shlichus yad going to be a case where there is no din kefil, or is shlichus yad going to be a din? All the more so there'll be a kefil if he was sholeach yad. That's Reb Zera. Okay, now we go further, and now Rav Chibar Abba is going to respond. Amar lei. So we go back to Lu to get the response of Rav Chibar Abba.
Okay, let's see. Rav Chibar Abba. Let's see. On the page.
Amar lei.
Amar
lei zu lo shamati.
Amar lei. I see Amar lei lo. I don't see Amar lei zu. Amar lei.
You're in the next paragraph,
I see it.
107 on the left.
He said to Reb Zera, Zu lo shamati. I did not hear this. So the question was, did Rabbi Yochanan specifically say the animal was standing by its trough? And now Rav Chibar says, no, he didn't specifically say that. Kayotse ba shamati. What I did hear was similar to Dafka saying that it was standing by the trough. Damar Rebbe Asi Amar Rebbe Yochanan. That Rebbe Asi said in name Rebbe Yochanan, Hatoin Tanav Avad V'nishba. So a one who claims a claim and let's see. He swears, he claims a claim of loss. Oh, avad, a law. He claims a claim of loss.
Right.
And then he swears that he lost it.
That he swears to it.
Right.
Right.
V'chazar v'tain tanas ganav v'nishba. And then he retracts he retracts and he claims theft. He says, no, it wasn't lost, it was stolen. And he swears that it was stolen. Uva'u edim, and witnesses then come. Patur, he's exempt. So the witnesses come and they testify, they support him. They say, yes, he did steal it. So now he's exempt from kefil. My taima, what is the reason? Lav mishum de kana bishvua rishona. Is it not because he acquired with the first oath? Is it, what is the reason that he's exempt from kafo? Because is it not because when he made the first oath, he acquired it? He acquired it as a robber. Why does it say the first oath? That's the second oath, I thought. I'm a little confused. He says I lost it. And then he changed. That's the first oath. He says I lost it.
Yeah.
And he swears.
Right.
He swears I lost it. So then he retracts. And he says, no,
Right.
I stole it. And he swears. That's the second oath.
Not that he stole it, but that it was stolen from him.
Right.
First he says it was lost from him, he swears to it, and then he retracts and says, no, it wasn't lost, it was stolen from me. And then he swears to that.
Right. So by swearing that it was stolen, he's falsely swearing it was stolen. He's the one that's now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bo Adim and Adim come and they say it, that the animal was still in his reshus, and therefore he's sworn falsely. So he's going to be putter on the kefil.
Right.
So we want to know why is he putter on the kefil?
Because he acquired it.
Because we know
with the first oath. That was the oath that said I lost it.
Okay, so let's see in the Rashi, what does this mean when, oh, we don't have any time. Okay, we'll have to see this for tomorrow.
Okay.
This means that he was Kona with the first Shvua. Okay, all the best, everybody. Have a great day.
You too.
Continued. So we're up to the Rashi. Okay, Alan, you were able to hear?